phones, Babylons can't crack the
This is Zach Wilson. He's currently the starting quarterback for BYU, and in this upcoming NFL draft, he's projected to be a first-round pick and potentially even a top 10 pick in this upcoming draft. And not only that, he's currently undefeated this season with BYU, and he's in the Heisman race in contention to win the Heisman Trophy this season. And today, I'm here to tell you the Zach Wilson story, how he came from a guy who barely cracked the top 1,000 in the class of 2018 football recruiting class to now being a projected first-round pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. To start off the Zach Wilson story, I'll be taking it all the way back to Draper, Utah, where he attended Corner Canyon High School. At Corner Canyon High School, Zach Wilson was a two-sport athlete playing basketball and football. However, he was more known for his football career, obviously, as the starting quarterback of his high school football team for 2 years. For 2 seasons, he was a starting quarterback. He went 6-5 his junior season and 11-1 his senior season, to have a total of going 17-6. He did play 23 games, however, but in his sophomore season, he was primarily a backup and didn't really play that much. But in the 23 games he did play in, his career stats include 5,842 passing yards, 45 passing touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. Also, during his high school career, he completed 62% of his passes while rushing for 1,310 yards and 11 touchdowns in the 2 seasons he started and the 1 season that he was a backup. In the 2018 recruiting class, which Zach Wilson was in, he was not very highly touted. He was only a 3-star and he barely cracked the top 1,000. According to the 247 Sports Composite, he was ranked as the 958th best player in the nation, the 38th best pro-style quarterback, and the 13th best player in the state of Utah. Not only that, he wasn't even the best ranked quarterback in his own state. But despite not being highly touted at all, he did actually have quite a bit of offers for someone that was such a low 3-star. I mean, he had 14 offers. He had offers from schools such as BYU, Boise State, California, Fresno State, Hawaii, Iowa, Minnesota, Nevada, Oregon State, and the list goes on. Just like all the other high school recruits in the nation having to make a decision for their future about what college they're going to go to, it's not an easy decision, and this one definitely was not easy for Zach Wilson. And the thing is, with Zach Wilson's decision about what school he was going to go to was even tougher because he had BYU that was going after him aggressively. They wanted him to be their quarterback of the future, and they were selling him. But the thing is, his whole family was diehard Utah fans. His dad even played college football at the University of Utah. And if you know college sports, you know Utah and BYU absolutely hate each other. And despite being a Utah fan his whole life, Zach Wilson would actually decide to commit to BYU and trade in the red for the blue. As a true freshman in the 2018 college football season at BYU, he would start off as a backup in the beginning of the season, but eventually become the starting quarterback. He would end up playing in 9 games in the 2018 college football season and starting in 7 of them. For the season, he completed about 66% of his passes, throwing for 1,578 yards with 12 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. BYU would end up finishing 7-6 in this season, including a win in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl over Western Michigan in a 49-18 victory. And in that game, Zach Wilson would end up being the MVP of the game, completing all 18 of his passes for 317 yards and 4 touchdowns. Going into the 2019 college football season, his sophomore season, Zach Wilson would be named the starting quarterback for BYU. And in this season, he would only appear in 9 games as he would actually get a little banged up and would have to miss a few games. And he would kind of go through a sophomore slump in a sense. In the 9 games he played in, he completed 62% of his passes, threw for 2,382 yards with 11 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. In back-to-back seasons, BYU would end up going 7-6, and this time they would lose their bowl game to Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl in a 38-34 L. Going into the 2020 college football season, Zach Wilson and BYU wanted to let the college football world know that they weren't a team to be messed with. But a big problem that BYU had in the beginning of the year, since they're an independent team, they're not in a conference, and a lot of people on their original schedule this season actually canceled their seasons in the beginning of the year saying they would not play football. So BYU had to make their own schedule for the second time, and they just had to play whoever they had to play, which a lot of the teams on their makeshift schedule that they had to do themselves aren't really the most known teams for their football. But there's not much that you can do when most of the teams you're supposed to play cancel their season before the season actually starts, which all the teams they were supposed to play are playing football now, but a lot of them didn't decide to play football till about a couple months ago when they were already like 3 to 4 games into the season. Currently in the 2020 college football season, BYU is undefeated at 9-0. They rank as the 8th best team in the AP poll. They're ranked as the 14th team in the nation in the playoff poll. They have the 4th best offense in the nation, averaging 47.6 points a game, and have a top 5 defense. And a lot of the success they have is because of Zach Wilson's play and his leadership. He is completely balling out this season, completing 74% of his passes, throwing for 2,724 yards and 26 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. And due to all of the success that Zach Wilson is having this season, especially with his team, he is projected to be a first-round pick in this upcoming NFL draft, and even potentially to be a top 10 pick as well. Not only that, he is in contention for the Heisman Trophy. He is seen as someone who's going to be a for sure Heisman finalist, and he might even win the Heisman Trophy. All these people can try to discredit BYU and Zach Wilson this season because of their easy schedule, but you cannot deny the fact that they are on fire and they're just destroying everyone they play, it seems like. I mean, Zach Wilson is playing good in every game, and Zach Wilson is a good quarterback overall. He's not bad at all. I mean, I can see why people are hating on BYU this season because of their really easy schedule and how they're playing a bunch of teams who just are not very good at football, but they have no control over it. A lot of the teams they were supposed to play canceled their seasons before the season started. Yes, they're playing football now, but BYU is an independent school. They had to start football right then and there, and they had to basically play who they could play. And since they have some extra space on their schedule, BYU could be adding a team in these next couple weeks to play, and in my guess, it's going to be a very good college football team or a team that's on their level. And I say this because they're currently ranked 14th in the playoff poll, and they were not very happy by that. They're undefeated. They're ranked as a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense, so they want to make the college football nation know that they are a real team in fact. Although the 2020 BYU football team has a lot of haters, I feel like you can't really hate on Zach Wilson's game. Zach Wilson is a baller, and he's one of the most electric and dynamic players in all of college football. This guy's making plays left and right. He's just making throws not many people are making, and the guy's just that electric on the field. I think he's currently one of the best college football quarterbacks in the nation, and not only that, I think he's one of the better prospects going into this year's NFL draft. I think he's going to be a for sure first-round pick, and with the way these mock drafts are looking and how teams are going to finish, potentially, I feel like he might even be a top 10 pick. Now that I'm at the end of the video, guys, remember to smash that like button, turn on them post notifications, and subscribe for more videos. B. Kelly out.